when the sun sets and silence begins to settle over the Roman Empire, an emperor sits alone with his thoughts. His name is Marcus Aurelius. To the world, he is a commander of armies, ruler of millions, the most powerful man alive. But in the evening, Marcus Aurelius is not concerned with wealth, nor titles, nor the vast machinery of the empire. He is concerned with one thing: the state of his own soul. This is the secret ritual of Marcus Aurelius, a ritual of reflection, humility, and discipline that guided the last of the 5 good emperors through war, loss, betrayal, and the crushing weight of responsibility. And it is a ritual we can all borrow to live with greater clarity, strength, and peace. So tonight, as we follow the emperor into his private chamber, let us learn his evening practice, step by step. The first step is withdrawal. Marcus wrote, "Men seek retreats for themselves, in the country, by the sea, in the mountains. You too are especially prone to this yearning. But this is altogether unphilosophic when it is possible for you to retreat into yourself." The emperor reminds himself, and us, that solitude is not a place, but a state of mind. Every evening, he withdrew from the noise of the palace, from the chatter of advisors and soldiers, and found a retreat within his own soul. You too can practice this, not by escaping the world, but by stepping back from it, if only for a few minutes, to listen to your inner voice. The second step is review. Marcus Aurelius would examine his day as though he were both student and teacher. He would ask, "Did I live according to reason? Did I act justly? Did I allow anger, fear, or desire to take control?" Seneca, his Stoic predecessor, once wrote, "Each day, call yourself to account. Ask yourself, what weakness did you overcome? What virtue did you practice? Where did you fall short?" This nightly review was not self-punishment. It was self-mastery. The emperor knew that unexamined days pile up into wasted years. By looking back honestly, he prepared himself to do better tomorrow. The third step is forgiveness. Marcus had enemies, senators plotting against him, generals questioning him. Even his own son Commodus would one day ruin the stability he had built. Yet Marcus Aurelius practiced forgiveness each night. He wrote, "When you wake in the morning, prepare yourself to meet the selfish, the ungrateful, the arrogant, the deceitful." And by evening, he reminded himself, they are human, as he is human. To sleep with resentment is to poison your soul. So he let go. You too can practice this by releasing the grudges you carried today, refusing to hand tomorrow's peace over to yesterday's bitterness. The fourth step is gratitude. For Marcus, gratitude was not a shallow list of possessions, but a recognition of life itself. He thanked nature for another day. He thanked the gods for giving him reason, for the opportunity to practice virtue, for the chance to serve. He wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." At night, he reminded himself that nothing was guaranteed, and that even in difficulty, life itself was a gift. We too can practice this, simply by ending the day with a thought of thanks, no matter how small. The fifth step is preparation for death. This may sound dark, but to Marcus, it was liberating. Each evening, he considered the possibility that he might not wake again. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." By reminding himself of mortality, Marcus ensured that he lived with urgency and integrity. He would not waste time on pettiness. He would not cling to pleasures. He would not fear tomorrow, because he had lived fully today. You too can practice this, not to dwell on death, but to sharpen life. To sleep in peace, knowing that if the night is your last, you have lived with honor. And finally, the sixth step: release. After reflection, forgiveness, gratitude, and the acceptance of mortality, Marcus Aurelius released the day. He surrendered it, with all its victories and all its failures, to time. He understood that the past could not be changed. He would not carry its weight into his dreams. He let it go, so that he could rise tomorrow as a new man. This was the evening ritual of Marcus Aurelius. It was not complicated. It required no temple, no ceremony, no audience. It was an inner citadel, a fortress of the mind built one evening at a time. And this is where the true power lies. If the emperor of Rome, burdened with armies, politics, and the fate of millions, could pause each night to examine himself, then so can you. Withdraw into yourself. Review your actions. Forgive those who wronged you. Give thanks for life itself. Remember the shortness of time and release the day. Do this, and like Marcus Aurelius, you will build an inner citadel no one can break. You will not fear tomorrow, nor regret yesterday. You will sleep in peace, and you will wake with strength. Because in the end, the greatest empire is not the land you rule, but the mastery of your own soul. Fortify your mind. Subscribe to the Inner Citadel.